What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745. And thank you to Hayden for that always entertaining intro. It couldn't have come at a more perfect time. Now for this video, we are of course looking at the Age of Ultron costume for Thor. That means we finally have a new Avengers Age of Ultron alternate. And this one comes as a blaster for 60 CP, or as a bruiser for 48. If you're wondering which one to buy, well, both versions would be a good choice. Normally in the past I would say stay away from the blaster because of tacticians. However, with the influx of bruisers, mainly the bruiser safeguard suit and Null and Kurth, well, that has caused blasters to be useful once again. Because of that reason, that's actually the class I'm going to use in this video. But before we get into the PvP action, let's check out what this alternate costume has to offer. It's actually a very nice team passive. First of all, he does have Asgardian, so he's immune to burning, chilled, poisoned, and radiation. But that's a given. For himself and his Avengers Age of Ultron teammates, they'll begin the fight with Mighty Shroud, preventing debuffs on allies for the first round of combat. So basically it's Mystic Shroud without the Mystic. That's a solid passive. It's always a good idea to prevent debuffs. But it does get better. It can be reapplied with Summon Thunder, which now has a cooldown. So yeah, it's that simple. You bring in Thor, you equip the Legion Pulse Rifle on your agent, and choose any of the other Avengers Age of Ultron costumes. Then your team has Mighty Shroud that can even be reapplied. Sounds awesome to me. So we're going to buy both of these costumes, and then test them out in PvP. For this video, we're going to team him up with Black Widow, but we will try him out with all of his Avengers Age of Ultron allies in due time. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to show you how I socket this blaster costume, at least for now. So we'll have to do that outside the PvP tab, otherwise we end up ruining our ISO 8, and admittedly that has happened a time or two, or three. But anyways, we're going to begin with a normal setup for me. And that's basically to begin with the forceful ISO 8. That's attack, defense, and accuracy. I could tell right away that we're going to put quite a few on him. So it's probably going to be 6. And then after that, I would typically go with bulky for attack and defense, or the other really great option is stalwart. That's health, attack, and defense. In this case, we went 2 stalwart. Okay, so next, for his E-ISO. This is actually going to be a difficult choice. I don't have his character-specific E-ISO, so it's either the explosive or the unavoidable. Distant would be another option, but we're going to go with unavoidable for now. Now the only thing left to do is to choose a few A-ISO, and then we're ready to go. We're going to go ahead and place his character-specific A-ISO first on his level 2. So this one is called the Shocking A-ISO, and it says Empowering Strike gains static charge and becomes electric. It can be found in Season 2, Chapter 5, Mission 5. After that, for his level 6, we're going to place the Worthy A-ISO. This says Inspire Bravery grants 2 stacks of might, and it can be found in Season 2, Chapter 4, Mission 3. Then for his AoE Summon Thunder, we're going to put some Shield Hate, and apply the Bursting A-ISO. Finally, for his level 1, it's either going to be the Aiming A-ISO, or simply Powerful for extra damage. In this case, we're going with Aiming. And that's it, we're all set up and ready to battle. So let's go ahead and take a very quick look at our team build, and then we'll begin a new fight. We only need one more win for today, so we'll take a random opponent. I haven't even begun to make my PvP push yet. I probably won't until about 3 days remaining, at the most. Okay, and our first opponents are going to be other Avengers Age of Ultron teammates. So that's pretty interesting. I don't think they're going to hold up on defense, but at least it's something different. So I have to give them props. Our Black Widow gets to begin, so we're going to use her Widowmaker on the enemy agent. And then we're going to use our level 1 that applies disadvantage. Not exactly needed in this case because our agent can apply Exhausted before their turn. And to their entire team, of course, with a Fire Tornado. But otherwise it wouldn't be a bad option. Also, Cap Protecting really isn't going to help them. because our team has stealthy single target attacks. Because of that, we'll use the T-Bolt glove on their agent. He's almost knocked out, and he most likely won't make it to his turn. Especially after their Iron Man attacks our agent, and we gain an extra turn. That's because of Big and Fast. So with this, we'll go ahead and single target attack the enemy agent once again. This knocks him out and gives Thor a chance to target someone else. So after using our buff, we now have strengthened and 2 stacks of might. Oh, and by the way, there you see Mighty Shroud, which does say prevents debuffs and lasts 1 round. But with our actual attack, we'll use another single target stealthy attack and we'll go after Iron Man. So our hammer throw drops him in 1 hit. This is going to leave Cap for Black Widow, who also takes him out with a flying kick. So since that one was pretty short and I'd like to see him against a different team, I went ahead and did a match against the highest rated player they would give me. And we got exactly what we wanted. A Kurth and Null team. So this should be a true test for this offensive team up. Null begins by using his Fatal Fist, which is an unarmed attack. So we dodge it because of the Hugin's Eye, and we procced an extra turn. Because of that, we can use the Fire Tornado right away, and then also attack with the T-Bolt glove. This will help us absorb energy from would-be attackers. And also, by the way, that was kind of weird that we ended up hitting, at least with part of that. But hey, we'll take it. Next we're going to use Widowmaker on the enemy agent, and that way he is targeted. In other words, all attacks against his target are guaranteed to hit and crit. So now our flying kick lands, and it does major damage. In fact, the enemy agent will go down to dots before his very first attack. So next, with my agent, I'll use the T-Bolt glove on Kurth. She definitely needs to be our next target. She does get off of Fear Me, but we're going to use Inspire Bravery, and then our single target hammer throw. This won't finish her, but it does hurt her quite a bit. Plus remember, we have the aiming AISO on it. That could come in handy if we do decide to hit her with another ranged attack. But for now, on my agent's turn, we'll use a Hailstorm, and then a T-Bolt glove. The reason I don't use a Legion Pulse Rifle is because the Worthy's immune to radiation. So it's not that great, at least not against these guys. Plus, of course, since it's an AoE attack, it isn't stealthy. Now, one odd thing about this enemy team is they're actually using both Scrappers, so that did take some of the sting out of Thor's attacks as a blaster, but it pumps up my agent. That means it's still going to work out, and my agent's actually going to get the final blow. All in all, this team definitely feels solid, and we'll take another look at them, plus the other Avengers Age of Ultron alts, in a video later this week. So trust me, that's not the last you've seen of Thor. If you want to see more, make sure to subscribe, and also leave a like and comment. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, good luck, and take care.